Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on June the 29th, 2021. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. In terms of the news, we do have some CPI numbers here, inflation numbers. So these days, inflation is becoming important. If the inflation number comes in higher than expected, especially if it's like considerably higher, that will be positive thing for the euro here, because basically any CPI number that's coming in higher than expected, it will force the central banks to adjust their monetary policy to tighten it, which is good for the currency. So it just creates that that expectation that the central bank will have to take action. So that's that. And then other than that, we do have some other news, but nothing major here. We do have ECB. Again, right now they're not changing anything. Everything is being kept as is. So I'm not expecting anything to change there. Consumer confidence numbers here. Consumer confidence numbers are important here. If we get positive number above expectation here, that will be positive for the US dollar. And then China, we have PMI numbers. So these PMI numbers, again, they are positive. Any positive numbers will be good. And the Chinese number will have an impact on Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. So we'll keep an eye on those. All right, so let's go on to our charts here. We'll start off with euro dollar. So with euro here, as we can see here, we had that big drop and now price went and pulled back. Now we are looking for that continuation to the downside here. So today's candle close for the day here is neutral. So neutral to bearish. So I'm looking for a further drop with this one. Bias is bearish. First target is 1.1900, and then so a little bit higher here, and then 1.1850, which is the base of these candles here. So bias is bearish for euro dollar. Pound dollar here, this one as well, we have a pin bar on this one. Now keep in mind though, price is right into the support, so we do need to see a break to the downside. This is a nice important support where price has struggled previously. So now we're looking for a break and a continuation. So bearish bias, first target is 1.3780. And in this case, the second target we're looking at is 1.3710. So bearish bias for pound dollar. Aussie dollar here, this one also looks like it wants to drop now. Same thing here, we had a drop, a pullback, and now looking for that continuation to the downside here. So bearish bias, first target here is 0.7525 and then 0.7475, the bottom here. So bearish bias for Aussie dollar as well. New Zealand dollar looking good here. We have a nice bearish engulfing candle. So bearish bias with this one here as well. And we are targeting the support level here. So looking for price to drop further and basically all the way into the support here. Of course, it won't go there all in one day. So just be mindful of that. But target here, 0.70 is the first target. And then below that, we are looking at 0.6960. So bearish bias for New Zealand dollar as well. Dollar CAD here, dollar CAD looking bullish here. Now, again, keep in mind, price is right into this resistance level. This is where it has struggled. And it's consolidating sideways here. So we have a nice bullish engulfing candle right into the resistance, mind you. So we need to see price go through, pull back, and then looking for a continuation. Target is 1.2485 is the target here. So bullish bias here. Again, with caution though, because things could turn around right into the resistance. It's struggled with this resistance for the last 4 or 5 days here. So bullish bias with caution for dollar CAD. Moving on to the commodities here, silver looking neutral right now. Price has just been trading sideways here. Today's candle close is completely neutral. In this case, I'm looking for maybe a potential retest and then a drop towards 25.50. So neutral bias here for silver. Gold hasn't done a whole lot either. Price has been stuck in a very, very narrow range after that big drop, and this one didn't really get filled either. So right now, neutral to bearish bias, 1771 is the first target, and 1760 back into the support here is the second target. So neutral to bearish bias here for gold. Oil here, oil not looking that great. We have a nice bearish engulfing candle, so looking for a drop here. Keep in mind, it's right into the support here, and this is where it has struggled for last several days. So we need to see a break through the support for a continuation, but next target is 70.50, so we could see a move like this. So bearish bias here for oil. Copper here, copper not doing a whole lot. This is neutral right now. Price has not done much. It's been stuck here. And at this point, we need to see a clear direction for this one. So right now, I'm just looking for a move between 4.30 and 4.20. So neutral bias here. Bitcoin here, Bitcoin is neutral as well. As we can see, price is just sideways here over the last few days. It is into resistance right now, but we had a nice bullish candle close here as well. Couldn't go through. So right now, neutral bias looking for a move between 35,300 and then 31,000 here. So neutral bias here. S&P 500. This one is right into the resistance. It still has that upward momentum, but there's no real bullishness. There's no real momentum there. It seems to be fading. So we could see a drop here. So watch out for it. I would say neutral at this point. I am not totally bullish. I'm not totally bearish yet either. But way the momentum seems right now, we could see a turn. So watch out for it. Bias here is neutral for S&P 500. Nasdaq here, this one does look bullish, and we have met the 14,500 target. So looking at 14,700 for this one here. So bullish bias for Nasdaq. Dow Jones here, this one is having trouble, struggling here. We do have a bearish candle close. It is engulfing, but not a very strong candle. However, we could get a follow through. So neutral to bearish bias here. Target is 33,750 for Dow Jones. DAX here, DAX also going sideways here, hasn't really done much. It's struggling with this resistance of 15,665. So with this one here, looking for a bit of a drop towards 15,430. So neutral to bearish bias for DAX. And then Footsie here, Footsie, nice bearish engulfing candle here. However, we are right into support or coming into support. So watch out for that level. But bearish bias, next target is 7,000. So 70.45 is the first target, and then 7,000 is the second target. And then we have Nikkei here. Nikkei also looking bearish. It's turning as well right into the resistance here, or from the resistance. And with this one here, bearish bias first target is 28,700. So this is not too far actually. So let's just say 28,520. So bearish bias for Nikkei as well. All right, so that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.